It's a 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Cut out left. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Right again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Looking for a throw here. Completes this one to Hill. And he's taken down at the 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Now a run with Wright. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Dropping back to throw. Able to find Wright. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they're on the board.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's Tracy once more. Has a lane past the 45. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I put their ability to execute the RPO up with anybody in the league. In the best of the teams, when you get in that run-pass option, you create a state of conflict. You get that defense on their heels, and big plays follow.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They go right back to Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Kittle brings it in. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. The Giants using their 1st time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third and 4 coming up now.
Here we go, here we go. Street. Check go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Check. Hawk 70. Reload.
Tracy. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants.
70 Timberwolves. Alert.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
It's 3rd and goal, back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give for Wright. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They run again with Wright. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll throw on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 47. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's a give inside to Wright. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Wright running out of the gun. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Motioning the tight end now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And that brings up 4th and short.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. Throw caught by his running back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Here we go, here we go. Come 19.
Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Pass is caught at the 9. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Right.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Saints facing 2nd and 5. Gets it. Oh, he loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Hey, listen, inside the 5-yard line, that ball needs to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or not, there's players ripping at it from both sides.
Coming left is Tracy. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Check, 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 check. AT Cardinal, AT Cardinal. Rig it. Go.
A handoff to Tracy. Finds room to the 30. And he's able to get it to the 33-yard line.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Set up. Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
He's got it on the bootleg. Connects with Johnson. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, set. Unlock line, unlock line. Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Bronco. Hey, smash.
They send a tight end in motion.
Hut, hut.
To throw it on 1st down. The throw left side finds Johnson. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants will add to their lead at the end of the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our 1st half.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Hut.
Airing it out to start this drive. Taking a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So 2nd down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Throwing it again on 2nd down. He's loaded another one up. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Timberwolves. Check up.
They run it from the gun with Wright. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Ahio Karake making that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Running behind center with Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. He's going to throw this one. He's got Shaheed. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go street. Viking 18. Hut, hut.
Running this with Tracy. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Ready?
Here's Tracy. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Set up. Rig alert.
They've got a man in motion. This time it's a passing play. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, set. Set go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Has it at the 7. And in, touchdown, New York. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the Giants push the lead up to 12. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Bronco leading.
Man in motion out of the slot. Hand off, running left, right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Right again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. They're going play action. Got his target. It's Hill. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check smash, check smash. 19 Tiger, 19.
Throwing now off play action. Buying some time right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
Trying again following the sack. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34.